what is a teaching note, right? You may not be writing a teaching note, but you should know what a teaching note is, because as a case writer, people will be asking you, do you have a teaching note? Now, teaching note is, in essence, look at this diagram. It is a tool for a potential instructor. For example, somebody takes your case and wants to teach it in a classroom. Now, he or she does not have to develop the whole details of how to teach it in the classroom. So, along with the case, you are providing a document that outlines, number one, a short synopsis of the case. So, in a sense, the instructor does not even have to read the case. He or she reads the case synopsis and gets an idea what the case is all about. See, remember, most faculty choose a case based on the synopsis. They don't read the case. Okay, so it's important for you to make sure that that synopsis is very well written. Okay, and then you spell out what is the learning objective. Okay, the case in itself does not say anything about learning objective. The teaching note is what says the learning objective. So you spell out by discussing this case, I expect the students to learn A, B, and C, right? And the third item in a teaching note is suggested readings. You remember the case triangle? We talked about theory, concept. So typically, this is provided by an article or a book chapter. So you identify 1 or 2 or 3, sometimes even more, potential chapters that can be recommended or that will be useful in analyzing the case. For instructors, it's a very good handy tool, because for them, especially for new instructors, they can read the article and sort of get an idea how this case should be positioned. Okay? And the fourth item that comes in a teaching note is a case analysis. How should a potential student analyze the case? So in essence, you are sort of laying out the whole 9 yards of discussion in the classroom, in the sense these are the 3 questions. For example, if it is a cross-cultural integration, you can say, what was the source of the problem? What were some of the mitigating factors that the company identified? What are some of the processes that helped to resolve the conflict? At the end of the day, what were some of the success factors? So you take them through a series of analysis that uses the data in the case. So in essence, the instructor gets an idea how to steer the discussion or how to prod the students to analyze the data that is in the case. Okay? If that is not clear, quite often instructor himself may be confused, how am I going to use this case? Okay? So the clearer your analysis, the better saleable or better usable is your case. Okay? And the fifth element is what we call as teaching suggestion. How would you suggest a potential instructor teach this class? Okay? Remember, the instructor may not take all your advice, but you are laying out one potential scenario. Many instructors like to see how it can be taught, and then they might modify your approach, and in fact they might totally ignore your approach and go, but it's a nice one to provide in a teaching note. Finally, an epilogue. Epilogue is typically what did the company actually do, what actually happened. So you lay out this is what actually happened, because you are the author of the case, you know what actually happened. So typically you can provide it in the teaching note. So with this full set of 6 steps, the instructor has the complete set of tools to use your case in the classroom. And that's what makes a teaching note. And a good teaching note is a great tool to get your case widely used. Good? Thank you.